With the new release of Matt Reeves' The Batman and Rocksteady's Suicide Squad coming out sometime next year, I thought I'd take a trip down memory lane and rank all the Batman Arkham games. Anyone who knows me knows Batman is my favorite superhero of all time. While I haven't played every Batman video game, i.e. the Lego Batman video game series, I have played all the Arkham games. So here we go. 5. Last on my list, Batman Arkham VR. While I didn't hate this game, I did not love this game. You're basically trying to figure out who murdered Nightwing and Robin. There is no combat. The game mainly showcases Batman's detective skills. In the end, you figure out that it was actually you, Batman. It turns out it's more of a dream sequence, the potential future if Batman lets the Joker's blood take control of him. I think this game had potential to be great, but he just fell short. Then again, maybe I was asking too much. I heard there'd be a Batman VR game, and I automatically thought I'd be fighting criminals and gliding through the streets of Gotham. This is basically a prequel to Batman Arkham Knight. Next on my list is Batman Arkham Asylum. After Batman defeats Joker and brings him to Arkham Asylum, he escapes his imprisonment and sets free some of Batman's rogues gallery. It's up to the Dark Knight to defeat the Joker and prevent him from unleashing a Titan-infected army on Gotham City. It may be towards the end of my list, but it is in no way a terrible game. Arkham Asylum became the blueprint for superhero video games. Without this game, I don't think we get Spider-Man PS4 or at least its combat system. The main reason it's at the bottom of my list is because it simply just doesn't age well compared to the other installments in the Arkham franchise. Batman is stiff and not as free-flowing, and his reaction times are slow. But I can't be mad at it. This game is still phenomenal in every way. I still play it to this day. Number 3. Batman Arkham Origins. I think this game is severely underrated. Bruce has only been the Caped Crusader for 2 years, and on the night before Christmas, Black Mask has hired 8 assassins to try and kill him. You as Batman not only have these assassins hunting you down, but also the entire GCPD as well. WB Games did a really good job diving into his detective skills, with various crimes you can solve around Gotham. My only problem with this game is that I don't like the look of it. The other installments look lifelike and not like a cartoon. That being said, this is the only Arkham game in the series not developed by Rocksteady. That credit goes to WB Games Montreal, who is also developing the new Gotham Knights game, which is slated to come out later this year. I will be doing a walkthrough of this game, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. I'm not surprised how much I enjoyed this game, especially coming off the success of Batman Arkham City. When it all boils down to it, this game is essentially Arkham City 2.0. WB took what worked well in Arkham City and put it in this game. The environment and its layout is exactly the same, with a few different buildings you can access that you couldn't in the previous game. I'd say this game is definitely a must-play. Batman Arkham Knight. It's Halloween night, and Scarecrow threatens to release a powerful fear toxin to cover all of Gotham. Meanwhile, a new enemy named the Arkham Knight appears, and his militia looks to seize control of the city. In this epic conclusion to the Arkham trilogy, Batman and his allies must make the ultimate sacrifice to once again save the day. I think this is the most Batman experience you'll probably ever get in a video game. From combat to stealth to driving the freaking Batmobile through the streets of Gotham, this game is almost the epitome of the perfect Batman game. Yes, I said almost. I think the reason this game came in second for me is because of the 3 major problems people had with this game. The first being too much Batmobile. The game just relied heavily on the Caped Crusader's car. The second reason is Rocksteady lying about Jason Todd being the Arkham Knight. The summer before its release, everyone pretty much figured out who it was, but Rocksteady said no, it wasn't him. But if you play the game, they're literally leaving breadcrumbs up to his eventual reveal, which was Jason. And the final issue I had was the Joker. I thought we'd finally get an original Batman Arkham story that didn't involve the clown prince of crime, but I guess I was wrong. I think aside from the ending, this game would have been the same even without the Joker. Number 1. Batman Arkham City. Words can't begin to describe how much I love this game. Yes, I'm a little biased because this was my first Arkham game, but this game checks all the boxes. This time around, Bruce Wayne is arrested and placed in Arkham City, a citywide maximum security prison filled with Gotham's most dangerous criminals and Batman's infamous rogues gallery. Hugo Strange is the main antagonist and has a plan called Protocol 10. Batman must find out what it is and put it into it before the end of the night. Rocksteady took what worked well in Arkham Asylum and ramped it up to 1,000. You get more gadgets, my favorite being the remote electrical gun. The side missions in this game are fun, but I personally don't think they add much to the story, especially with throwaway characters like Deadshot. After completing the main campaign, you get to play as Catwoman, and she comes equipped with her own set of moves, gadgets, and her own subsequent storyline. Overall, this game is a masterpiece, and I can hardly find any flaws in it. This is why it is my favorite Arkham game, and is at the top of my list. If you are truly a Batman fan, you need to play this game. It will exceed all your expectations.